Hi and Assalamualaikum to all my friends and my lecturer, Madam Nurhatini binti Harun. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Syahmi bin Muhammad from DPW 5B. Registration number is 03DPW20F1010. Before I continue the details, I will thanks to Madam Nurhatini because giving us the opportunity to discuss about my chosen topic. Our topic is about child abuse in Malaysia. My content is about physical abuse. First of all, let me tell you the definition of physical abuse. The meaning of physical abuse is when a child is physically injured, causing visible injury to any part of the child's body as a result of force or intentional use of agents on the child's body. It can also be interpreted as physical violence. This action can cause brain injuries, severe bruising, limb deformities, cracks, broken bones, burns or scalds, being lit with cigarette butts, and so on. This type of abuse can occur as a result of punch, slap, kicks, bite, shakes, punch, grips, or any form of injury, whether with intent or without intent. Now, let's relook to the analysis. Among the highest cases that contribute to the large number of child abuse cases are from the physical abuse category. Physical abuse leading to physical injury of children was observed to increase from 2013 to 2014 with an increase of 83 cases from 1,134 cases to 1,217 cases. Then experienced a decrease of 50 cases with a total of 1,167 cases in 2015. However, this figure record an increase more than double in the following 2 years, where in 2017, physical abuse case increased by 325 cases with a total of 1,628 cases compared to 2016, which is 1,303 cases. Conclusion from the gender aspect show that boys are more likely to receive physical abuse than a girl. This may be because boys sometimes act against their parents' words or action, which cause predators to act more out of control. There are many reports from the press and mass media that show the effects of physical abuse on victims can not only result in damage to the child's organs, brains and bodies, but the effect of physical abuse can also result in death. Accordingly, this type of abuse needs to be dealt with immediately to prevent the death of children from time to time. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my friends and my lecturer, Madam Nurhatini binti Harun, let me introduce myself. I am Safira Alapiti Zainal Abidin from DPW 5B. Matric number is 03 DPW 20F 1004. Before I continue the details, I would like to thank to Madam Hatini for giving me the opportunities to discuss about my chosen topic. Okay, have you ever wondered how many of nations are actually suffer with the emotional abuse? I am sure that most of us does not aware with the total number of emotional abuse cases in our own country. Therefore, today I will share and discuss with you about the cases of emotional child abuse from 2013 to 2017 in Malaysia. But before that, what is actually emotional abuse is? In short, emotional abuse can be defined when a child is hurt emotionally distant that can be seen in the child's mental or emotional function such as mental or behavior disorder, anxiety, depression, loneliness, and slow development. Although this type of abuse is quite difficult to prove, but generally it can happen when a child experiences continuous criticism, threats, rejection, and lack of love, support, or guidance. Emotional abuse is also closely related and can occur as a result of the effect of other types of abuse. Okay, based on statistics, emotional abuse is the lowest recorded abuse case reported throughout the last 5 years, starting with 56 cases in 2013 and 59 cases in 2014. Emotional abuse was seen increasing in 2015 with a record of 72 cases. This figure continues to show an increase of 98 cases in 2016. However, cases of emotional abuse in 2017 recorded a decrease with a total of 61 cases. This reading is expected to continue to decrease in the future. While from a gender perspective, emotional abuse is more experienced by girls than boys. This is proven through statistics every year, which show that girls always record higher score than boys. Despite its low record, emotional abuse is a form of abuse that should not be evaluated points by the community and authorities. This is due to the effects of emotional abuse, which is trauma. This cover-up is just as bad as other types of abuse, such as physical and sexual abuse. In fact, all types of abuse, whether physical, sexual, or neglect of care, cannot be separated from aspect emotional abuse. In addition, emotional abuse also occurs alone. If emotional abuse occurs together with other abuse, the effect of emotion will be more serious, deep, and lasting. Between the negative effects that can affect children through emotional abuse are physical disorder, physical psychology development. Okay, before I end my presentation, I would like to remind you to always pay attention to emotional abuse for the well-being of Malaysians, especially children. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum to all my friends and my lecturer, Madam Nuhatini binti Harun. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Wafi Iman bin Adam Malik from DPW 5B. Registration number is 03 DPW 20F1810. My content is about sexual abuse according to the children. Before we go through the analysis, you must understand sexual abuse according to the children at 2001 can be understood when a child is sexually abused if he or she participate, either as a participant or observer, in any sexual activity of any kind, the purpose of exploitation of sex by any person to satisfy that person or another person's sexual desire. This crime involving any activity that's mean to get satisfaction and meet the need of adult or teenagers where according to age or development can assume responsibility and trust. This include influencing or forcing to a child to engage in illegal sexual activities such as touching children's private part, having sex, fighting with the stranger, rape, adultery, exposing private part, and exploitation, commercial through prostitution or the production of pornographic image sourced by Administration of Health Measure UNICEF. In addition to the cases of physical abuse, the type of abuse that also show the highest number of the cases recorded each year is sexual abuse, especially against the girl. Statistics show that there is a decrease and increased cases through the year from 2030 to 2070. Report of sexual abuse have a record of total 1,093 cases in the year from 2030, followed by 984 cases in 2014 and 978 cases in 2015. Then, the number of sexual abuse increased dramatically from 2060 to 1,038 cases and 1,377 cases in 2017. Study also shows sexual abuse more experienced by girl and boy. Statistics also show cases of abuse sexual, especially against girl, is the highest cases of the occur compared to the other type of abuse. Think this means the sexual harassment case has the more critical care that behavior. This source by Sharif and Diana, 2020. In addition of physical effects such as stress or pressure, depression, trauma, abuse, sexual intercourse that lead to pregnancy will make this child always be overshadowed and haunted occurs made by family member, whether the child father, brother, uncle, grandfather, or guardian throughout his life. This victim is surrounded by feeling of fear, frustration, a sense of threat, repeat memories of even feeling felt God that are quite extreme. In fact, most of them feel there is more meaning to continue living. Social and moral support for victims of sexual abuse is necessary best given by those who are in victim environment. This was by Sharif and Diana, 2020, Abdul Razak and Nurul Liza.
Let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Daniel bin Ahmad Kamar from DPW 5B. My registration number is 03 DPW 20F 1014. Okay. What is neglect? Neglect refers to the persistent and serious failure to provide basic physical, emotional, and development needs in terms of health, education, emotional development, and nutrition, shelter, and a safe life for children. Neglect can expose children to all forms of harm, including threatening their life. Children at 2001 by UNICEF 2010. Neglect from a physical point of view includes the failure to provide food, close supervision, medicine and education, and supervision. While neglect from an emotional point of view includes lack of attention to the emotional needs of children, as well as failure to provide psychological care. Say Ministry of Health Malaysia. Children left unattended, left in cars, falling from escalator, falling from building, and leaving children out alone are example of case of abuse that fall into this category.
of neglect and negligence. Neglect of supervision refer to the negligence of parents or guardians in supervising and controlling children from being harmed or abused. Based on Table 1, there is an increase and decrease in the statistic of abuse and neglect of supervision throughout the year 2030 to 2070. In 2030, this category recorded 470 cases reported, while in 2040 there was an increase with a total of 450 cases reported. However, in the following years, case of neglect of supervision decreased with a record of 385 cases in 2050, 438 cases in 2060, and 450 cases in 2070. This case of neglect of supervision are more experienced by girls than boys, though records report each year. Neglect in terms of supervision or control includes the child, parents or guardians neglecting or being unable to exercise proper supervision and control. Similarly, for parents who act negligently in fulfilling the responsibility of control and supervision of children are also included in this category of neglect. The reduction in reported case of neglect of supervision show that parents' awareness in supervision children is increasing and more careful, possibly due to the change in currents and the increasing modern age, which means that the way of supervision and control of children shall be changed. The decrease in this case may also be due to guardians and parents becoming more aware and concerned about the safety and well-being of children. Similarly, increased awareness at the government level through the mass media, social media, and increased enforcement by the police also contribute to the decrease in the rate. Thank you.